Hey everyone, today we're going to go through a super simple tutorial of how to do a VLOOKUP. Starting off, we are imagining we run a car dealership. We only have 5 models. For some reason we have Volkswagen, Honda, Ford, Vauxhall and on the higher end, Ferrari. So in this sheet we have the prices listed, so these are all in pound sterling, so £30,000 for a Volkswagen, 20,000 for Honda, 35 for Ford and so on. On our next page we're trying to calculate the total revenue for the sales for the week. So we've got recorded here the number of units sold per model of the car down here. So we've made a total of 26 sales, which totals 147 cars. So what we're trying to do is include the cost per unit here, and we have a quick revenue calculation, which is just the number of units sold multiplied by the cost per unit. And then at the very bottom of the page we have some sum formulas. So all we need to do here is add in the VLOOKUP formula, which is equals VLOOKUP. Okay, so we're trying to find the car brand, so we select that, then we go up to the previous page and select your entire range. So it's going to be here in A3 across to B3, which is the price, and we're going to go down. And then very important is hit F4 on your keyboard, and that just locks everything in place. That'll be important for later. Okay, another comma, and we're looking here, so this is column 1 and column 2, so we're trying to pick up the price per unit, so which is in column 2, therefore we hit number 2, and we can do a true, which is an approximate match, or false, which is an exact match, and here we want to find the exact match just in case there are any errors. So we'll type in false and press enter. Now this brings up the total cost per unit, which for example for VW is 30,000. If we go up to the first page again, it's worked because there's 30,000. So all we're going to do is drag this down and double tap it, brings it right down to the bottom. Okay, and then we can see for Ferrari here, for example, 150,000, but it sold 8 Ferraris, therefore that's the total revenue from that. Now the reason this keeps updating is because in this model I put in a random figure for the number of units sold, so you can see that it automatically updates, and all of that is saying equals rand between, so it's the random variable in between 1 and 9, so each time I update it updates. Now if you wanted to have that fixed, all you do is copy it, right click, paste value, and now all the values are fixed. So we said 147 earlier on, and now we have 138. So we've got the total here, which is completely pointless. So let's just delete that out. And across we have the total revenue, which is equal to 5.5 million. So it's a pretty damn successful weekly sales figure. But important notes. First of all, the cost per unit. Just make sure everything's formatted right so that it looks exactly like it does on this set. Next, do a couple of spot checks. So for example, Honda, let's double check going up to the first page, it's 20,000, and going to the next one, yeah, it's 20,000, perfect. Then we can double check the revenues here. We go on 9 units, 30,000, 270,000. Makes sense. Right. So that is it, but maybe to leave you on one last trick. Well, a few last tricks, let's say. So because this is a table, a few of the keyboard shortcuts I'm using to highlight would be, if I want to go across, I would hold shift, hold it in, and tap to the right, and I can copy that across if I wanted to, or whatever I wanted to do. To highlight the whole table, what I would do is control shift right, and keep holding it down, and hit down, and that covers everything. Okay, and then moving between the sheets, I'm hitting Control and Page Up. Goes up a page, and Control and Page Down goes down a page. So again, super simple VLOOKUP formula. What we're doing is looking up this cell in the previous page, looking at the whole table, okay, and we're going to the second column of the table here, and it's false because we want an exact match. But that is it, and thank you for your time. Please leave any comments below or any questions on anything Excel related or finance related. Happy to put out new videos anytime you have any questions. Thank you.
You're familiar.